Very good, yeah! I'm going out tonight, going to Mexican for tea, and I think I might be going to jail. I don't know yet, but I'll see what happens. Yeah. I'm going to the jail. Yeah. Hope I get says,
Is that like a joke or? I don't think it is. You don't think it is? No.
Right.
Yeah, but it is. Okay. Sometimes there's 9. That's
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Jailhouse rock.
What's that? I'll tell you.
It's actually designed to cut you up, put it under the bird. The bird right up. I've got to keep up with the crew. Okay. There it is, there's some more of that white. You might get it with that. Cut you to pieces. Administration. I love this one.
This is the chapel building. It was a very centrally located.
Oh, okay. Oh, is this one of the muster areas? Oh yeah, this is a ramp. Okay. Oldest building. This is the oldest building. So this is the oldest jail, eh? Whoa. Oh, look at. What's that going to? Oh, this goes outside. Oh, where? There's urinals there. Oh.
28 cells. There were 14 downstairs and 14 upstairs. When it first opened. And so each of these cells were equipped. That was put in later for to keep high-profile prisoners separated from the rest of because when people were coming out of their cells, they'd get mixed, and these were the real troublesome people, or people that were targeted by the rest of the population, rapists,
Child molesters,
men that harm young children. So those were kept over there. And the last 2 cells on the very end were the condemned cells.
Oh.
So the people that were sentenced to death would have spent their last nights there and met with their
It's the Baba cell. What is that? Is that a PowerPoint? No. What is it? That's crazy. This is wow. What's What's it say? Wow.
The secure grill has something to do with this device here. All the cells were equipped with grills. A lot of the things that they've taken away by
That's what's he up to in there?
and the problem was with some prisoners. So
Sweepers.
the original, well, the walls that are still here are quarried from barley and Norfolk limestone.
Wow.
And so they convict later the shape of stones and then a bird thrown in frame to actually build it because they couldn't really just find it stuff. And so the exterior walls were 2 feet thick or 70 centimeters, and then between the cells.
Yeah. This is where the people on death rows lived in these sort of cells. Look at this. Okay. Oh, this looks scary. Hang on. Shut the door. Oh, that's heavy. Imagine that. Is there anybody in here? Would you like to say something? Is there anyone in here? Would you want to say something on the radio? No? Oh, well, some of it's in pencil. So I don't know.
There might be people at this
Some of them have got dates on them. This is all I see. That little home. It's all I see now. It's all I see in my life is behind a door. Gee, you wouldn't want to be busting to go in there. It's locked up. Oh, it's got a mattress there. What? That's a pretty tight door. What? On with the tour. So this was actually the original jail back in 18, whatever.
I don't have a lot to say right here, but I just wanted to introduce you to the track cells. So that's TRAC, and that's short for what they called intractable prisoners. So the intractable prisoners were the ones that were just too difficult to lead in the general population. They caused too much trouble. They might incite riots, or they might just have severe ADHD or something, where they just could not settle down and hold a job. And in the early days,
Can you rest?
they didn't know a lot at all.
Sorry. I'll go and listen to it later.
Because they weren't allowed to stay in their cells.
They're the biggest cells.
So they were only one, yeah, they're bigger than the sleeping cells, but they were also very exposed to the conditions, and they weren't allowed to really do anything. They didn't have jobs at that stage. So they would be allowed to bring like a tennis ball or a book that they could read, or
Wow.
a deck of cards, something like that. While away the days.
So there's a
No, they
toilet.
still slept in the cells, but this is where they
cell.
were after the days.
Oh, that would be cold because holding summer is only a bit of tin on the roof.
They would take, I'm not sure if they took their meals, that hasn't been clarified. We got a school mart, so they were able to give courses of math and English and reading
Oh, cool.
and writing to males, but not to females. And they also used it for entertainments on Saturday nights or Friday nights. So particularly in the 1920s, there were a lot of traveling entertainment troops that would come here. And prior to that, the governor would bring his gramophone. Do you have any idea what a gramophone is? To entertain the prisoners as well. In the end, it turned out to be a bit of a movie night place. Once the technology, the dentist had like a shark glove, like a chainmail, of the nighttime around the neck glove, in order to pull teeth so that they wouldn't get their hands bitten when they did it. And if you had a sentence that lasted at least 5 years,
What's that on the back of that? Oh, there's a bubbler. I wouldn't use the bubbler. Oh, that's the back of that other wing. Look how many locks are on. That's one big lock. Who's got the master key? Okay, we better go have a look at this. And let's get going. B-wing now. Apparently that's where they give all the drugs to all the prisoners, and they used to lock all this up to get them all in. Okay. Oh, there's some locks and cages around. Moving right along. Okay, I love all this blockwork. Like that's all limestone. Feel like blockwork. Block line.
So this is B-wing, and
That's dark.
you'll notice that it's very similar in a lot of ways.
Let's go upstairs too.
Same firm built it, the same cut the stone.
They got little cells as well.
But some of the big differences with this wing were one, the system that we had at the time, and
Oh, that's
also
really
this
powerful. And they got showers. Oh, that's a little spy hole. Check this out. It's got a little spy hole in there. Funny what's going on in there. It's got locked up. She's locked up. Wow.
So this wing was perfect for a terrible time that I don't like talking about. So this was about 1867, and sorry, is that right? Yeah, 67. Just a couple of years prior to that, there were a lot of complaints particularly in England, that prisoners were getting out of prison and reoffending and causing too much trouble on the streets. And so England adopted from America and Ireland this complicated system for dealing with prisoners, and that was adopted here in New South Wales as well. So that was called the silent and separate system. So there were two parts of that. So the separate system required that every prisoner, when they were convicted, would be assigned a class. So they'd be class 1 through class 6. So class 1 would be a prisoner that was the most heinous of crime and needed the most punishment, so to speak. And it really was rules that were designed to punish people and make them never want to reoffend again. So a 6th class prisoner might be someone who couldn't pay a debt and had to come and work off their debt. So the 1st class prisoner would be sentenced to 23 hours a day in their cell. So again, there were no lights, nothing going on. It was horrendous, but it was really solitary confinement.
In here,
And
24
when you were given that hour outside,
free hours a day, stuck in here with the light off.
there would be a hood put on your head and then be escorted outside and not able to see anyone or see you.
Whoa, that's
So the other part of the system was the silent system. And that meant you couldn't make any noise while you were in your cell.
oh,
So you put a hole in the center that allowed you to breathe, but it gagged you so that you weren't able to make noises. So it'd be strapped around the back of your head, and then your handcuffs would be tied behind your back, and you wouldn't be able to do anything. And this was administered to both men and women. So it was at the discretion of the warder how long you needed to wear that before they'd take it off. I don't know how many they had around.
so the wood bit went into your mouth.
This
Yeah.
sort of dummy bit, and then this strap would go around the back of the head, be tied off.
Oh, not fun.
Professionals would travel around in what's called a circuit court, and then the
What a job description. A job description. I've been flogging for 2
floggers would come and their bit, and the Philippine people, not Philippines. Anyway, so
That's crazy.
those guys became very professional at what they did. And for younger offenders, they might use only 2 flatter straps, and they might only whip their bottom just to give them a good taste of what's to come if they don't settle down. So they were, the punishment was meant to try to break the crime. The worst sentence that we had here was 400 lashes, and that person didn't survive that. So the way they did that was it's called a whipping post, so they put together like a trapeze, and they handcuffed their heads high above their bodies, their hands, high above their bodies, so that their skin would be stretched.
Scary.
And would be more likely and the cat of 9 tails meant that like 25 lashes was 200.
That's where the police used to sit and shoot people. Oh, is that that must be the windows for the cells upstairs. Where? Oh, there must be another floor. 3 floors. These actually, look, is that the part? Yeah, there's enough barbed wire up there. I think that's electrified. Oh, these actually, look, is that the part? Yeah, there's enough barbed wire up there. I think that's electrified. Oh. The largest estate. Cool. People that got hung here actually. And the whipping post somewhere. Okay, up there. Is that what that is? Is that actually... Is that what it is? Oh, it is. That is. This is actually to... Oh my God, it's got hung, is it? Is that what it is? I think it is. I think that was the whipping post. That was the whipping post where they used to whip people. Very interesting. See, the whipping... I think she said it was the whipping post. Is that... I think she said that was the whipping post in 1895. There were 2 buildings, a hospital plus a guards used to watch everyone walk. Oh, where is that, the old garden? Pumpkins. Pumpkins are raging. That's where we come in. I can't remember. Oh, is this
So this is Sea Wing. I have another old photo. Have a look.
Oh.
This one's in the heritage colors now, but back in the beginning
cool.
it was pretty bland. And this was the prized women's wing, Sea Wing.
Oh, so that's
So this opened in 1897 and finally got their own place to stay.
Wow.
The features about this particular building is first rooms 11 and 12. Those are observation rooms.
What's it say?
There was a scary girl.
So this is the suicide watch. Is that the last death?
This one.